So let's get into the truth because the truth will set you free. Can a relationship heal after cheating, after dealing with infidelity? How do you forgive your partner after they cheated on you? One of the things we're going to touch on in this episode is the the correct behavior and the response that is necessary in order to heal, in order to grow and to heal the relationship and build trust. Healing is going to determine the type of relationship. It depends. What kind of relationship are you in? It's going to depend on you and your partner, the individuals in the relationship. What are you willing to do to heal and to restore the relationship after dealing with something like infidelity? Because the truth is, forgiving your partner after they cheated on you and healing a relationship after dealing with infidelity is very, very difficult. It is challenging. So you have to understand what you're facing. You are facing something that is very hard to do. So let's talk about what forgiveness is not. First of all, forgiveness is not making excuses. It's not saying, well, I cheated because I wasn't completely fulfilled in the bedroom or you was withholding. No excuses. Forgiveness also doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean that, okay, because we had this conversation, because we went through this, because we decided to forgive, I forgot everything that happened and I can never bring it up ever again. That is not what forgiveness means. You're not going to forget because you have a memory. You're going to remember, right? So it's not about making excuses. It's not about forgetting. It's also not about pretending that it never happened. So you don't just go on without your life as if nothing ever happened. Okay, since we had the conversation, since I found out this happened, this person cheated on me, okay, I'm going to just pretend that it never happened. No, that is not healthy. And that is not a part of healing the relationship and forgiving infidelity. So, according to psychology, forgiveness is the conscious decision to let go of anger and to let go of the desire to revenge. So that means I am making the decision to let go of the anger that I feel. And it may be a process because you may be boiling with anger and you may be very upset about what has happened. So once you are ready, once you have processed it and you're ready to let go of the anger, and you are ready to let go of the desire to revenge, because that's what comes up when you're facing something like infidelity or cheating. You're going to be not only upset with your partner, but you're going to think about doing something to hurt them the way that they hurt you. So once you get to a place where you say, I am no longer going to be angry. I am no longer going to desire revenge. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to work on healing. That is considered forgiveness. Again, it's not about saying, okay, it was because I wasn't there or making excuses. It's not about saying, oh, it was my fault or it was their fault. It's not about any of those things. It's not about forgetting that it ever happened. It's about saying that you are going to be in a place where you let go of this anger. You're going to process it. You're going to work through it. You're going to let go of the anger. You're going to let go of the desire to revenge. Because healing and forgiveness is going to give you that freedom that you really need. And when I say freedom, I'm talking about reclaiming your peace, getting to a place of healing your nervous system, reclaiming your peace of mind and your emotions in your body, and just restoring yourself to a place of peace. And that is something you give to yourself. Forgiveness is something you gift yourself to say, I am going to have the freedom to restore and reclaim my peace. I'm not going to let this situation steal my joy. I'm not going to let this situation rob me of peace. I'm going to protect my heart. I'm going to guard my spirit, and I'm going to protect my peace. Now, let's talk about the science behind betrayal. So, when a person experiences infidelity, it's like it's like experiencing a car crash in your nervous system. Your nervous system feels like you just been in a car wreck and you are in pain. You're in a lot of pain, and it feels like your world was just turned upside down. It can shake you up and even challenge the person that you are, just make you feel as if, you have a hard time trusting. You're kind of paranoid about things. You're worried more. So you feel anxious and distrustful, and you get to a place to where you're feeling this way even after the cheating stops. So even after, you know that your partner is no longer cheating, but you're in the relationship, you're still processing it and it still has you shaken up. It's like your nervous system has been through this crazy wreck, like a car crash, and you are trying to stabilize yourself and stabilize you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So your healing process is going to require you to relearn how to trust, and you're going to begin to build this emotional safety for your nervous system. So it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't just say, okay, we had the talk. I found out my partner admitted to doing what they did, and now we're going to work through forgiving each other and we're just going to move on. No, it's not that easy. It is not that easy to just let it go and move on, because your nervous system is shaken up. You're feeling uneasy. You can't trust your partner the way that you did before. And it's a process to heal. And healing really requires consistency when it comes to developing and consistently creating emotional safety. Now, before I share why some relationships just cannot heal when it comes to infidelity and cheating, before I get into that, I want to first invite you to break free from the emotional trauma, the emotional pain, the relationship patterns that have you in a place of feeling brokenness, by inviting you to get free access to my course, The Love Detox. I'm going to share in the Love Detox, you're going to get techniques to help you to begin to heal just from some of the things that I'm sharing in this video, whether you've dealt with infidelity, cheating, even if it's not toxic romantic relationship trauma you're dealing with. Maybe you're dealing with trauma from your childhood, from family members, parents, or co-workers. This course is going to help you to begin to heal, to build confidence, to build the strength you need to have healthier relationships. So click the link in the description of this video and go ahead and start the Love Detox. You have free access to go ahead and get into the course and start now in your healing journey. Now let's talk about why some relationships just will not heal after dealing with infidelity. All right. First of all, if you're in a relationship with a partner who does not take accountability for what they've done, they don't own up to the cheating, the infidelity, they lie about it, they make excuses, they just won't be honest, there's no way to heal that type of relationship. There's no way to get beyond what has happened and to restore it. And if your partner minimizes their behavior and they actually repeat the behavior, they cheat again, they lie again, they betray you again, that is not a relationship that can be restored and healed after infidelity. As a matter of fact, that's a toxic relationship that you will find yourself in, and it could be very addictive because you find yourself having highs and lows where you have a lot of pain and betrayal, and then that you have the process of forgiving, and then you have passion, and it's back and forth. But that can be a very toxic, dangerous relationship. And if you're in that type of relationship, I want to encourage you to do the work to heal yourself from the inside out, and then as best as you can get out of that relationship. Another thing that happens is sometimes the partner who has been betrayed may force forgiveness just so they can quickly move on from the relationship. So they'll force it, like, let's just forgive, let's work through it. And they try to pressure the forgiveness so that they can move on fast. That is not a way of healing. That is a way of basically suppressing the problem and like kind of covering up just to move on because they just want to get over it. It's almost like pretending it never happened. That type of relationship is not going to heal in order to be restored from infidelity. So in that type of relationship, there's no real healing. There's no real emotional repair. It's more like surface peace. When I say surface peace, on the surface, everything looks like it's calm and no drama. But underneath all of that, it's chaotic and it's very painful. So if you want to heal your relationship and you've dealt with infidelity, I want to encourage you to first and foremost work on transparency. Your partner who cheated on you needs to be transparent. They need to be honest. You guys need to have an agreement to share phones, to be honest with each other, to do therapy, to do even my course, the love detox is a great way for you to start your personal healing journey. Again, you can get free access to that. Also, when the partner who was betrayed began to feel emotionally seen and heard, and also when they began to feel emotionally safe, that is when you know you're on the path of healing and you can restore the relationship. And finally, when it comes to healing your relationship, both partners need to be on the same page in the process of building trust consistently, working together on a daily basis, and committed to a daily practice of transparency, honesty, and trust. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want to encourage you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Also, like and subscribe. Be sure to send me a comment and let me know your thoughts behind the video. Would you like me to do more videos like this? Do you have any other questions? I would love to support you in your healing journey. Also, don't forget to get free access to my course, The Love Detox, by clicking the link in the video description. And thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.